Was there anything before us? If the entire 54 billion year history of Earth were compressed into a single day, modern humans would appear only during the final few seconds before midnight. Everything we call civilization, every empire, every invention, every war, every scientific breakthrough, every city ever built would occupy only the briefest instant in that cosmic timeline. That perspective immediately raises a fascinating question. What was here before us? Not just before recorded history, not before the pyramids, not before dinosaurs, but before everything we associate with life as we know it. What was Earth doing during the other 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 56 seconds of its history? And could anything intelligent have existed long before humanity arrived? To answer that question, we need to travel backward through time. The Earth we know today would be completely unrecognizable to its earliest inhabitants, assuming anything could have survived there at all. Around 5 billion years ago, shortly after its formation, our planet was a violent inferno. Vast oceans of molten rock covered much of the surface. Massive asteroids and comets slammed into the young world with devastating force. Volcanoes erupted continuously, releasing toxic gases into an atmosphere devoid of oxygen. This period is known as the Hadean Eon, named after Hades, the Greek god of the underworld, and the name is fitting. Wow. If you could stand on Earth then, you would see a glowing red landscape illuminated by rivers of lava beneath a dark, hostile sky. The moon, freshly formed after a colossal collision between Earth and a Mars-sized object, orbited much closer than it does today, appearing enormous overhead. Yet even in this chaos, the foundations of everything to come were being established. Eventually, the planet began to cool. Water vapor condensed into liquid oceans. Continents slowly emerged. And somewhere within these ancient seas, one of the most important events in cosmic history occurred. Life appeared. Scientists still debate exactly how it happened. Perhaps simple organic molecules assembled near hydrothermal vents deep beneath the ocean. Perhaps chemical reactions occurred in shallow tidal pools. Some researchers even speculate that the building blocks of life arrived from space aboard meteorites. Whatever the mechanism, evidence suggests that life emerged astonishingly early, by around 7 billion years ago. Earth was already home to microbial ecosystems. For the next 2 billion years, life remained microscopic. No animals, no plants, no fish, no insects. Just vast oceans filled with bacteria and other single-celled organisms. At first glance, this era might sound boring. In reality, these tiny organisms transformed the entire planet. Among them were cyanobacteria, microscopic life forms capable of photosynthesis. Using sunlight as an energy source, they consumed carbon dioxide and released oxygen as a byproduct. Today, oxygen seems ordinary. Back then, it was revolutionary. Over hundreds of millions of years, oxygen accumulated in Earth's atmosphere, triggering what scientists call the Great Oxidation event, approximately 4 billion years ago. For many existing organisms, oxygen was toxic. Entire ecosystems collapsed. Countless species disappeared. Earth experienced its first known mass extinction. Yet, this catastrophe paved the way for more complex forms of life. Without oxygen, large animals, including humans, could never have evolved. Life had permanently altered the planet. Then came one of the most extraordinary turning points in biological history. Around 540 million years ago, evolution accelerated dramatically during an event known as the Cambrian Explosion. For billions of years, life had remained relatively simple. Suddenly, in geological terms, nature began experimenting with astonishing speed. Complex eyes appeared. Skeletons evolved. Predators emerged. Entirely new body plans filled the oceans. The creatures that evolved during this period seem almost alien by modern standards. There was a Nomolocaris, a terrifying predator equipped with grasping appendages and sophisticated compound eyes. Hallucigenia walked on spines and looked so bizarre that scientists initially reconstructed its fossils upside down. Trilobites crawled across the seafloor in countless forms, becoming one of the most successful groups of animals in Earth's history. For the first time, ecosystems became dynamic battlefields of predators and prey. Life had discovered complexity, and it was only getting started. Over the following hundreds of millions of years, plants colonized the land. Now, forests spread across continents. Insects grew to enormous sizes as atmospheric oxygen levels increased. Imagine dragonflies with wingspans approaching 70 centimeters. Imagine giant millipedes longer than a human. Imagine vast swamps filled with towering ferns and strange vegetation unlike anything alive today. Then came the age most people immediately think of when discussing Earth's past: the dinosaurs. For approximately 165 million years, dinosaurs dominated terrestrial ecosystems. Their reign lasted so long that the entire span of human evolution occupies only a tiny fraction of their existence. In fact, Tyrannosaurus rex lived closer in time to modern humans than it did to some of the earliest dinosaurs. During their reign, continents drifted across the globe, mountains rose and eroded, oceans opened and closed. Entire ecosystems evolved and vanished. Then, around 66 million years ago, disaster struck. A massive asteroid collided with Earth near what is now Mexico. The impact unleashed energy equivalent to billions of nuclear weapons. Wildfires spread globally. Dust blocked sunlight. Food chains collapsed. Approximately 75% of all species disappeared. The dinosaurs, with the exception of birds, vanished. Yet once again, catastrophe created opportunity. Small mammals that had lived in the shadows of giant reptiles began diversifying. Over millions of years, they evolved into countless forms: whales, bats, elephants, primates, and eventually us. But before we conclude that humanity represents the first intelligent civilization Earth has ever produced, there is one final idea worth exploring. It is known as the Silurian hypothesis. Despite its science fiction-sounding name, the hypothesis is a legitimate scientific thought experiment proposed by researchers in 2018. The question is surprisingly simple. If an advanced industrial civilization had existed on Earth millions of years before humans, would we even know? At first, the answer seems obvious. Of course we would. Where are their cities, their machines, their monuments? But Earth is remarkably efficient at erasing evidence. Mountains rise and disappear. Oceans consume coastlines. Plate tectonics recycle entire sections of the crust. Erosion gradually grinds even the largest structures into dust. Most traces of modern civilization would vanish within a few million years. After tens or hundreds of millions of years, almost nothing recognizable would remain. Scientists estimate that the most likely evidence would not be buildings or artifacts, but subtle chemical signatures embedded within ancient rock layers. Unusual concentrations of synthetic materials. Strange isotope ratios. Traces of industrial activity preserved in geological records. So far, no such evidence has been found. There is currently no scientific indication that another technological civilization existed before humanity. But the thought experiment serves as a powerful reminder of how vast Earth's history truly is. Human civilization feels ancient to us. Yet compared to the age of the planet, it is younger than a blink. The deeper lesson may be even more profound. When we ask what existed before us, the answer is not simply dinosaurs or bacteria. It is an unimaginably long chain of events stretching back billions of years. Every extinction, every evolutionary innovation, every environmental catastrophe, and every surviving organism contributed to the world we inherited. We are not the beginning of Earth's story. We are merely the latest chapter. And if Earth's past teaches us anything, it is that no chapter lasts forever. Long after our cities crumble and our monuments disappear, the planet will continue its journey around the sun, writing new pages in a story that began billions of years before we arrived. The question is not whether there was something before us. The question is whether millions of years from now, anyone will remember that we were ever here